Hello guys, I'm Spicy Bill. Welcome back to another episode of Gunpla Review. So today we'll be looking at parts formers, mobile suits or Gunpla kits that don't actually transform. In order to turn them into the mobile suit mode, you actually have to take the kit apart, reform it into the mobile suit mode. So right here we have the Revive Zeta Gundam, and then right here we have the Rizal. Basically, this thing is kind of inspired by the Methis. And I guess the Zeta Gundam kind of is more. I think it's actually more of the Methis because it even look like the Methis from Zeta Gundam. Basically, it's just a mass-produced version, modified mass-produced grunt suit of that mobile suit. And the Zeta needs no introduction. This is the high-grade Revive Zeta Gundam. Unfortunately, after the release of this kit, they decided to give us a better version with part separation instead of these terrible full stickers. And some minor tweaks to make the kit look more anime accurate. A lot of people are mad about that. I am also not too happy about the fact that, you know, they have to do that. Why couldn't we get a perfect Zeta Gundam in the first place? But either way, it is what it is, and there's really nothing anybody can do about it at this point. So, I mean, the Zeta itself still looks really nice. You know, I've been contemplating about selling this kit for a while, but every time I transform it into the Wave Rider mode, you know, it just reminds me of my childhood when I watched Zeta Gundam when I was 8 years old or 7 years old and become like supremely disturbed because it was not meant for kids. It's definitely something that's meant for a mature audience. And if you have an 8-year-old kid watching this show, watching Zeta Gundam, then somebody somewhere is not doing a good job about parental guidance. Obviously, I grew up in the country where, you know, parental guidance is just non-existent. Everybody's like hard at work. My parents are hard at work, and you know, I watch whatever my older cousins are watching on TV, and you know, they're like in the late teens, and I'm like in my early, you know, I'm like barely 8 years old, and I'm just watching this stuff they're watching, and I'm just becoming like really, really disturbed and traumatized. But that's how it is, man. But anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at this Zeta Gundam. So we have it in the Wave Rider mode. Obviously, it's got the Mega Launcher on the bottom. We can go ahead and remove that to give it a more classic look. This is how the Wave Rider is supposed to look like, and yeah, without the beam rifle. So that looks really nice. And spoiler alert, if you watched to the end of Zeta Gundam, you know what Camille did to Poptimus and the O. He transformed it into the Wave Rider mode and wrapped this nose section or the shield section into the chest of the O. So that was very disturbing. But anyway, yeah, still very nice. Even I think I actually prefer the Wave Rider mode of the Zeta over the actual mobile suit mode because, yeah, it's just something about it that looks really cool. There's really nothing else in the Universal Century like this. I know there's the Zeta Plus that can transform, but I think the classic Zeta just looks the best. You know, it's just so classic. Anyway, and also, don't forget the Zaku Zeta when he gets his head blown off, and they have to replace the head with a Zaku head. Even says in the manual that you can do that. But this is the wrong head. You have to use like the old HGUC Zaku 2, basically the non-revive version, to put on this. You can see the ball joint doesn't really fit. This is the Zaku 2 FZ, the Zaku 2 Kai head. It doesn't fit. The peg hole for the head is too small. Alright, so anyway, let's go ahead and take this guy apart and reform it back into the mobile suit mode. It's really not that bad. I mean, I know a lot of people complain. They wish that it can just do a proper transformation. I totally get it. I hear you. But for them to be able to do that, I think it's going to be quite difficult. Even with the Gunpla evolution technology. Now, some people said like the older one could do it. Yeah, I think the one of the older kits could do a full transformation. It wasn't terrible, but the proportions in the mobile sumo looks kind of weird. So yeah, I prefer the look of this version. So I'm okay with it. I'm sure not everybody's gonna be okay with it, but you know, to each our own. You're entitled to your opinion. You know, if you don't like it, you don't like it. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do about it. So anyway, let's go ahead and take this thing. You have to take this thing completely apart. Basically, the only thing that's left is the core block itself, and you don't do anything with it. You just put it away. And this part here is the adapter where you stick it to the action base right there. But doesn't matter. All right, so now we break this down to its core components. We have to modify the leg. The knee joints has to be reversed. So this little piston part has to be connected this way, like that. Then you just fold out the legs like that. I lost a piece of flow sticker, not flow sticker, water slide decal on the other leg. So I'm kind of annoyed. Right here, this is gone. So, yeah. I was gonna flip a wig, but you know what? Not today. And it's irreversible too because I don't have another one of the same one to replace it. So I'm gonna have to take that one off and put a different one on the leg. So yeah, that's gonna get me. And I couldn't find the water slide decal. Sometimes it will be, you know, sometimes it gets stuck on my hand, but this time that's not the case. Okay, so basically you just plug the feet onto the kit like so. We do get an extra separate piece of the front skirt section, so you can set that aside. And we connect this other leg right there. Yeah, I'm just gonna completely form. It's like rebuilding the kit all over again, and this is what you have to do every single time if you want to transform it. It's kind of annoying. It's like rebuilding your Gunpla. All right, there we go. That isn't too terrible. It does stand out pretty good, but you had to fiddle around with it a little bit because you know the joints are, like I said, with these transformable kits. It's designed primarily for the transformation gimmick, as its primary function. So all the articulation points are, you know, just there to make sure that it can properly transform. And secondary is the, you know, to make sure that it can articulate. Articulation is its a secondary feature. So anyway, let's go ahead and get these back section in there. Hopefully, did I put this upside down? I think I did. I think this is upside down. There we go, like that. Okay, and then, yeah, the rest is pretty easy. The wing just folds in like that. You push this part in there like so. So it sits flush. And then you plug that into the, oh, right. I messed up. There we go. Plug that in here. Like that. Yeah, like I said, these joints are designed primarily for the transformation gimmick. The actual articulation and stability is secondary. So it's probably a good idea that you get like an action base. Put this guy on the action base if you don't want it to fall apart on you. Okay, and then let's go ahead and do this part. Push that in, go all the way in, down in there, connect it to the parts like that. The arms, very easy. This part is very finicky. So it's kind of annoying, to be honest with you. You gotta get this thing to go out. And it's easier said than done. This is what I don't like about this kit. This section right there. It has to go in and then, you know what, I'm just not going to deal with that today. You have to deal with this with, yeah. I'm glad with the Amazing Zeta they get rid of this gimmick. But with the Zeta Gundam, unfortunately, you have to deal with that. This thing needs to go out and then go up. Let's see if I can do it with the... Yeah, you know what, I'm just not going to deal with that today. Let's go ahead and just pop this in there like that. Oh, now it wants to come out. There we go, there we go. Alright, so that's not terrible. Let's go ahead and try doing that. I wish there's like a button in the back where you can just push to get this thing to come out. Oh, come on, please. It's very annoying. It's super annoying. This is like the biggest problem with the kit. A lot of people don't like it because of this fact. There we go. There we go. I wish Bandai would have, implement that shoulder section a little better. Okay, so then we have the Zaku Zeta, very silly looking thing. Let's go ahead and then turn it back into the proper Zeta Gundam, right here. Okay, and the shield is very simple. You just grab the shield connector right here. You plug that in here, like that, and then you can connect that to the arm. Now the shield can be adjusted. I think you can push this part down a little bit more if you like. It's like multi-segmented. You have like sections, I think. Actually, no, you can't really do anything with it. I think you just put it in one position, that's it, and then you stick it on the arm. Yeah, that's probably what you have to do. You just stick it right there. Okay, and the beam rifle, very simple. You just pull it forward, pull down the handle, slide this part back in there. There we go, you have the beam rifle. It also have beam sabers, so let's see, where are the beam sabers? You know what, let's not deal with the beam sabers today. If you want to see like the whole shebang, the whole gimmick, check out my original review on this kit. Took me a long time to do the transformation and stuff like that. Also, we got the mega launcher right here. I got the handles right here, so we can hold it with both hands like that. I think it's pretty cool. Let's see, is there another gimmick here? I think there's like a... No, I think that's it. This is how it is. Yeah. Okay, so that's the mega launcher, and there's the beam rifle, and there's the shield. Yeah, there's landing gear that attached to that mega rifle thing. So there we go. There's the Zeta Gundam. Rotate the hand. Oops. Yeah, it's a little bit back heavy with all the stuff attached to the back. Definitely recommend putting this guy on action base. And look at how long it takes me to parts form this thing. It's kind of a chore, to be honest with you. Okay, next up we have the Rizal from Unicorn Gundam, basically the mass-produced mobile suit. A version of the Methodist, which is inspired by the kind of inspired by the Zeta Gundam, I guess. Alright, so basically with this one you just take the well, actually, let's take a look at the mobile suits, the mobile armor itself. Obviously, it looked very much like the Methodist. I mean, this whole core section right here looks just like the Methodist. And yeah, I mean, some people think it looks like, it looked kind of like a mess, but I think it's okay. It's not terrible. Alright, so anyway, let's go ahead and take this guy apart. and continue the parts forming gimmick. Yeah, take this thing off. Actually, we need to take this back section off first. That's where the robot boner is. This one isn't really that bad. Yeah. Shield. And basically, we pretty much have everything broken down into its core components already. So all these goes away. It's going to be pretty quick compared to the Zeta Gundam. The Zeta Gundam is a chore. This one, not so much. Okay, so all these, the leg flips forward like that. This leg flip out like that. Push that forward. We got this piece right here. This is for the waist section. Just stick that in there. Make sure it is connected properly. Oops, there we go, like that. This goes right here. Very simple. And the waist is pretty much done. You take these parts, stick it right there. Yeah, the robot boner looks really silly, to be honest with you. There we go. These parts we do not need. And we have the chest. The chest part goes right here like that. The back here, we just take this nose section, stick it to the back. This piece goes right here. Oh no, this piece goes right here like that. This piece goes right here. Put quite a bit of decals on this kit. And there we go. The shield is very nice. It's got this whole beam rifle section right there. That's very cool. You just stick that right here like that. Let's see, let's go ahead and grab the hands. Stick the hand in here. This guy actually have a Master Grade style beam saber effect part, which is very cool. Stick that in here. Stick it there, and there we go. There's the Rizel and the Zeta Gundam. And he also have a beam rifle, which very inspired by the Zeta Gundam, obviously. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about these parts formers. Do you guys prefer parts formers, or you prefer mobile suit that can actually transform? And that is pretty much it for this video. Stay tuned for more Gunpla reviews. Thanks for watching.